Today, we're looking at episode 20 of Lupin Part 6 called Two Terrible Ladies. And this is a Fujiko Mine focused episode, and unfortunately, it really misses the mark here. My name is Musical Joker, and today I'm going to be doing a little something different. I'm going to be going off script and just talking about my thoughts and a brief summary of this episode as well, as I typically do. But mainly, I just really want to talk about it, maybe hear from you guys as well. Anything at all, please let me know down in the comments below. To just quickly summarize, this episode focused on Fujiko and her friend Amelia that used to do heists together, and we get to see one specific heist they did back when they tried to steal some treasure from a IT company. And unfortunately, it fell flat because Amelia got a fake key card, and of course the IT company caught wind of it and tried to capture them and also brand them, which is quite weird, but it ended up not working out, with Fujiko and Amelia running out as they were able to look at some financial contributions and things like that prior to that, kicking off the branding item onto the person that had it. His name is Grayson, the head of the IT company, the evil bad guy in this instance, and they never see each other again after that. They split ways and they go down their own paths for the time being, until suddenly now, with Amelia wanting Fujiko to tag along for one last heist together, and it's complete foolproof. They're going against a cult in an abandoned church and looking to steal all that they have, financials, treasure, everything. And Amelia guarantees this is gonna work out. So does it? It does not. It leads with Fujiko and Amelia talking more about it, getting an idea of what they need to do, how to sneak in and be able to progress in this heist. And yet Amelia has the idea of portraying her and ends up portraying Fujiko too in the end anyways. Psych though, because Amelia just does this to get to the cult leader, who is also Grayson from before from the IT company. And that's really it. He tries to get revenge on Fujiko for branding his eye by accident, even though he deserves it because he's creepy. And Amelia has some personal vendetta against him, wanted to kill Grayson because of what happened to her in her past with her orphanage and other kids that were with her, and how they ended up dying because of him, due to like harsh conditions or things along those lines. Very unfortunate stuff. Moving on though, we get to see them escape with Grayson dying in the church thanks to Lupin. In the beginning of the episode, we get to see Lupin doing honestly the best thing in this episode, typing with his feet as he's seeing Fujiko change into different dresses. He's super excited to go on their date. Meanwhile, he's hacking a company, underground company, through the dark web to steal all their finances and stuff. So free money for him, but he's having a difficult time doing so. And of course, this all ties back to Grayson, the leader of the IT company, and then the cult leader of the cult that they're trying to steal money from, with Lupin ending up helping Fujiko in the end after she was captured. But Amelia never intended to betray Fujiko, like I said earlier, so really doesn't matter, just helps stop Grayson for being more of a creep. And at the end, we get to see Amelia with her baby, which they subtly hint throughout the episode, talking about how she has stopped smoking and is using lollipops as a substitute for someone as a avid smoker as her. Apparently Fujiko's very surprised. Also about how she moves herself, she always was clinging to her belly, and then when she was eating with Fujiko at the diner, she was eating very slowly instead of just horfing the food down. Typically not her style. But again, it doesn't really matter to the plot, especially with them using a special word called Davy, which basically means shut up, let me take care of it. Amelia uses a bunch of times until Fujiko uses it one time to create some sort of effect for you to care more. It doesn't. Same with the baby at the end, but that's really all there is to it. My take on this episode is that it was very lackluster comparing it to the different episodes we've gotten so far. Even looking back at episodes in part 1, when we saw the bird episode, the bird fossil with Fujiko and gods and demons mentioned and all of that stuff, that was a bit more intriguing because it was more of a dialogue heavy scenario where it kind of was just like, what the heck happened here after everything throughout that episode happened. Part of Lupin's charm, I would say, is definitely the personality, the heist, the mystery behind some of the things that goes on. You don't really get any of that here. I feel like definitely Fujiko has shined better in different episodes prior to this one. It's definitely not the best one. out of the episodes we've gotten so far. Maybe this episode would have benefited if it was a two-parter episode to be able to expand upon Amelia's past, give us more of a reason to care for her, instead of just dropping all of these very subtle but not subtle things at one time. Like, why am I supposed to care about Amelia if I'm not given any context about her or why I should care? We see really nothing of her own backstory like we have seen with Hazel or with Ari. You know, different female characters we've seen throughout this season so far have gotten even a bit more of detail out of their own story into the episode, and we really haven't gotten none here until like towards the end a little bit, where we talk about Amelia a bit, but not enough again for us to care. So I don't like Amelia as a character. I think she's the worst designed character too amongst what we've seen so far, mainly because she looks like she's a pop star idol in some way, shape, or form, mainly with her hair and the heart on her face. She doesn't seem like a femme fatale like Fujiko is. She just seems like a really peppy, hyped up like idol girl. Even let's say that she is a femme fatale, her heart on her face doesn't allow her to disguise herself so well unless she puts makeup on, but even then that's just so tedious to do. With Fujiko, she is more of a canvas that you can always change or something along those lines. She's always able to change her appearance no matter what and always get away with a lot of things. In this case, I don't think that she'd be able to do that. Thank God, you know, she's giving up that kind of life from now on because she has a kid. Honestly, other than that, that was all there is to it. This episode wasn't the greatest. Amelia, I don't really care about, and Fujiko definitely deserved more out of this. But what do you guys think? Did you like this episode? Do you agree or disagree with my opinion? Please let me know what you think down below. And also, if you liked me going off script, because this was a little bit new for me. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, farewell.